Hello and welcome to the first and possibly only ranking thing that I've ever done on the internet. I haven't done one of these, much less recorded or published it. I just thought it would be interesting. I saw somebody I like to follow did one recently. I was like, oh, I like Rebirth minigames. I'll do one of those just for the hell of it. So here we are. And sorry for the invisible nature of my shirt. The Super Mario 1-Up t-shirt, apparently a bad idea when you're recording for green screen, but oh well. You can still see my ghostly outline here. So again, I've seen these done, never done them myself. There have been days when I've seen a couple of these and, you know, kind of wish there was an F rank on some of these, but oh well. So I gotta say, as a starter, that I love Rebirth, start to finish, almost every minute in between. Some of the mini games, less so than others. Some of them hated during the playthrough. With a little bit of time and distance and coffee, feel better about some of those. Some of them still don't really like that much, so we'll see how this plays out. So for starters, I mean, obviously, we're just going to kind of run through these in order here. Queen's Blood. I loved Queen's Blood. Queen's Blood is top tier, knocked it out of the park. The only thing I don't like about Queen's Blood is that there's not more Queen's Blood. The fact that there's only a limited number of people you can play, and once you've beaten that person, sure, you could replay them, but there's no point. There's nothing you can win, like FF8 cards, for instance, or FF9 cards. The fact that you can win more cards is the only redeeming quality of the FF9 card game. Tetramaster's terrible. But yeah, Queen's Blood, loved it start to finish. This is first and foremost absolutely an S rank game for me. I cannot express how much I really enjoyed this card game. Let's see here. Piano. I loved the piano game. I thought it was fantastic. I am not creative enough to play songs outside of the ones they give you to play. I know some people have already worked out how to play some pretty complicated stuff. I really enjoyed the ones that they gave you to play. Obviously, the in-game music, love the soundtrack. So, this is almost an S tier for me. I loved the music so much. This is going to be, at the very least, a high A. Possibly, it's bordering on an S tier for me. I love the piano game. What in the world is this thing? Is this chocobo hunting? Is that what that is? Yeah, that's got to be catching the chocobo. I mean, it was simple. I know it needed to be there, but it also didn't do a whole lot for me. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't really... Yeah. So, I'm going to go for a C for now. That may get bumped up to a B, depending on how other things shake out. The generic beginning chocobo race itself, I'm going to go D on that one, actually, for one main reason. It annoyed me that there's a moment of time after you start that first track, that first run, as soon as it says go, there's a moment there where you can't actually press the button to make yourself run. And the first time I ran that track, I'm pushing the button, and I'm walking at a nice, slow chocobo walking pace. And I'm holding the button to make it run, and I had been the whole time. Didn't matter. Finally realized, okay, this is not the speed the chocobo is supposed to go. So tried the second time. Same damn thing happened, and had to release the button and then start. And I've even the third time I went through it on my hard mode run, it's still, there's a second there where you can't press the button to run, and if you know what you're doing, you're already pushing the button and it doesn't work. So that fact alone drops it below basic chocobo hunting for me. Oh, good God, the Moogles. I really liked the Moogle minigame. I loathed it in the moment. It doesn't take a whole lot once my frustration starts going up. It doesn't take a whole lot to then start keeping it going up. And I think I was already kind of in a frustrated mood when I was playing through this the first time. And by the time you get to the last couple tiers of the Moogle hunt, when you're timed and they're shooting all that crap at you, and there's fences and stuff that you can't get past. There's a few tweaks I would love to see to that game. By and large, though, I did enjoy it, and I think it was a really good mini game, even when it was frustrating. So that one's going to go in the B for me. Let's see here. What else we got? Hunting the next bird. That one took me a second, and I've seen it take a couple other people a bit, because the on-screen instructions to throw the rock at the switch were not necessarily clear up front, and if you don't see if you don't move in the right place to trigger the on-screen of throw the rock at the switch, there's not necessarily anything that would cause you to think, hey, maybe I should throw this rock at that switch over there. It's the on-screen instructions were a little lacking sometimes, and that's actually a common complaint throughout the whole game for me, that every now and then there's on-screen instructions that were just like, not quite there. So I think all the chocobo hunts are probably going to be C tier at best for me. Fort Condor. Oh, this one, the concept of it was so much fun. I loved Fort Condor in the DLC, and I think most people that I've seen play through enjoyed it, at least, if they didn't flat out love it. I haven't seen anybody yet who was just like, oh, this was a terrible piece of crap minigame, they shouldn't have put it in there, that sort of reaction. This one, the regular mode on it was challenging, but I enjoyed it. The hard mode was a massive pain in the butt. But by and large, I really did enjoy it. I think that one's going to go in with the Moogles. Dolphin racing, I didn't dislike it. It's kind of meh for me. So it's down with the chocobos, really. The frog minigame, it was a lot of fun and challenging to sort of master. The rewards sucked. I didn't need 6 enfeeblement rings, guys. I'd love to make it an A, but I think it's in the B. Can I reorder these? Yes, okay, good. I think the Moogles are higher than that. Okay, let's see, what is this one? What is that one? I can't tell the... Oh, that's the other frog one. Okay, yeah, that's in the exact same place for me. Okay, the parade. The parade was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. I am tempted. I think that's up here with the piano for me, and I don't know which of those I like better, to be honest. Let's see, Pirate's Revenge. Once I got the hang of it, it was a lot of fun. I did notice, like, to really do the best at it, I had to bump the speed of the movement speed down a little bit so that I wasn't flying all over the screen, which is nice they give you that option. But yeah, that one took a bit of getting used to. It's okay. I think it's a high C for me, I think. And then I'm gonna do this one, the racing one again. Once I got used to it, I think I kind of enjoyed it. I think more than the pirates thing. Sit-ups. This one could go take a Buster Sword where the sun don't shine sideways, then I'd be happy. The higher rankings on this one were such a massive pain in the butt, and I saw at least one person who was like, I just did it and it worked fine, and I don't know what everybody was complaining about. And I kind of wanted to throat punch that person. Yeah, the haptic feedback and the difference was just, for me at least, I don't know about other people, but for me, that was really tough to get used to and trying to change mid-game. Yeah, the sit-ups go down the bottom, for sure. The shooty thing, I didn't dislike it. I didn't like it a whole lot. So, I mean, this is a low C tier for me. Okay, fine. 3D Brawler. Actually a lot of fun. And once you kind of get used to it, once you figure out the trick, I know there were people who managed to do it just based on memory and knowing the fist positions and where to go. I did the pause abuse method and enjoyed it. It was fun. Challenging to work out, not too difficult. That's kind of down here with the Pirate's Revenge. It may be a low B, but this thing I really did not like at all. I thought it was obnoxious. It's going to be there. Really didn't like it. G-Bike was a lot of fun. It's going to go to A rank. I really enjoyed the G-Bike. It was a good mini game. Not much else to say about that. It was fun. Chocobo Racing, absolutely 100% S tier. Chocobo Racing knocked it out of the park. It's Mario Kart on birds, but it was a lot of fun, and challenging to figure out some of the races. You got to learn where some of the shortcuts are. The opponents were hard, but not impossible, and each race was a little different. So there's good AI controlling the birds, so it's not just the same race over and over and over again. Not a whole lot of replayability, but there were enough different races to get through that I felt satisfied. And obviously coming out of OG 7 Chocobo races, of which there were 2, long course, short course, you know, this was infinitely improved upon, and I love it. And I'm really hoping that in part 3 we get actual Chocobo breeding to make things different and make Chocobo racing, put some variety in there rather than just changing gear around, which is cool. But yeah, the box thing. What was it? I don't even remember the name of this. Box breaking. Whack-A-Box 2.0. I thought this was good. I'm not sure it's definitely at least a high B, possibly an A. I really did like it. I'm gonna put it just above, just about the same level really as Fort Condor. It was a lot of fun. The higher level ones were kind of a little frustrating to try and find the right route, but you know, the Barrett shooting minigame thing, I didn't dislike it, didn't like it. You know, so I mean that's kind of down here with the birds. Who gets the Yuffie Cactuar game? That one was fun. Really enjoyed that one. This one is A rank for me. What is this one now? This is Cloud doing what? What is that? Some sort of pop-up would be nice. I honestly can't tell what that is. Oh, that's the frickin' chickens. I recognize the red box now, and there's the exclamation point. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, the chickens were a pain in the butt. I like the ending of it was hilarious. The ending of that quest was fantastic. The quest itself, I did like the fact they fake you out towards it with how it ends, or at least with the final chicken, and how far away you have to go, and then you don't actually have to drag it all the way back. That was a nice fake out, nice effort on their part. In the end, it was more frustrating than fun, though, so it's kind of going to go down here. And more bird finding. I don't know that any of the birds are really better or worse than the others. I guess it's technically, I like it better than the one with throwing the rock at the switch. Chocobo, Glide de Chocobo. That one was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. It took quite a bit of challenge to figure out where you need to dive and pull up and just sort of running through the courses. The gliding on the Chocobos is a lot of fun, at least, so that they had that going for them. So I think Glide the Chocobo really is an A, and that surprised me considering how frustrated I was at the time trying to re-go through it a lot. But in the end, I think I really did enjoy it. Oh my god, Gears and Gambits. Okay. If you saw my playthrough in the episode where I did this, you know how at best apathetic I was for this minigame. I was not shy about saying I'm looking up a guide on how to do it to get through the hard stuff, especially because and I stick by that decision. Having gone through it, I would have been tempted, if I'd done this right away, I would have been tempted to put this in an F tier. Right now, I still think I'm going to put it in the D tier, but if I had the option of an F tier, I wouldn't use it, if that makes any sense at all. Like, I don't hate it nearly as much as I did in the moment. Now that I've had time to reflect, I've seen some other people do it. There's a few things about it that just frustrate me to no end, and a few user interface things that I think they did very poorly, that I've seen confuse a lot of people playing it. But yeah, it's still going to be down here at the bottom. This one, I thought this one was a good switch up on the chocobo hunting thing. So this one actually I'm going to put one level up just because it was different and required more strategy and planning and work than the other ones that were mostly rehashes of the same idea. Now I'm going to bump this one up above the first one because the first one was kind of pointless. Oh, Loveless. I have a really hard time not just immediately dropping this one up into S tier because I loved it so much. The worst thing about it, honestly, was not being able to watch what was happening on the screen because I had to pay attention to all the button prompts. And even watching it with someone else doing it or watching my own playthroughs, I'm watching for the button prompts, seeing how I did and did I make it, did I not make it, and I can't focus on the gorgeous freaking fight scene that's going on, and it's fun to watch because I'm paying too much attention to the stupid button pushing. I think I'm stingy with rankings. It's super high A, possibly S. I think it's gonna go up here though, but I think honestly, like these three could easily be an S tier in my brain if I thought about this and did this at a different time. So if I came back and redid this, they might go up in the S tier. I don't know, but I mean they're right at that verge for me. Box throwing, this would be F tier for me, hands down, no questions. This would be F. I could happily get rid of this thing, burn all the boxes down, and throw the Moogle. Well, it's not the Moogle's fault, but all the boxes can go. Yeah, hated this. The entire box throwing section of this game, I was so tired of the boxes by the time it was over. So yeah, boxes are going down there. And so there's my rank of minigames in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Check I will put a link to this in the comments or the description, and disagree with me. Tell me which ones you liked that I didn't. Agree with me on the ones there, and commiserate with me on the misery of box throwing, which I think everybody pretty much agrees on. Anyway, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already, and let me know what you thought of the mini games and take this little ranking yourself. So thanks a lot. Hope everybody's having a great day. Bye.